I am making an Armed Dragon Ruler deck profile just because I realized Armed Dragons actually complement Dragon Rulers really well. So I figured why not try making a deck with just the two. Also because I really don't want to build Dragon Ruler Tenpai Dragons. I really don't want to do that. Because I really don't like Tenpai Dragon in general. Anyway, starting with the monsters, I play 3 copies of Spectral Dragon Ruler of Flickers. The Spectral has the effect that you can send it and another dragon monster to the graveyard to be able to add 2 Dragon Ruler monsters from your deck to your hand, except for another copy of itself. And then while this card's in your graveyard, you can banish it another dragon or you can banish it another light monster from your graveyard to then special summon 1 copy of Kazuma, Dragon Ruler of Auroras from your graveyard. You can use each effect of Spectral once per turn. Then I play 2 copies of, Nebulous Dragon Ruler of Mishaps. Nebulous has the effect that you can discard this card and a dragon or dark monster. Target 2 of your banished Dragon Ruler monsters with different attributes, except for Nebulous. Special summon them, but they can't attack this turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard and 1 dragon or dark monster. Target 1 Eclipse, Dragon Ruler Catastrophes in your graveyard, special summon it. You can use each effect, or is it? You can only use 1 of the 2 effects per turn. Same with Spectral. Jumping cards. And then after that, the other Dragon Rulers are pretty much one-ofs, which is 1 copy of Lightning, Dragon Ruler of Drafts, and then 1 copy of Burner, Dragon Ruler of Sparks. Which all the elemental Dragon Rulers of Earth, Wind, Water, and Fire share the effect that you can discard them and another monster with that attribute to be able to special summon the corresponding, or especially discard them and another dragon or monster of that attribute, summon the corresponding Dragon Ruler from the deck. Then just go ahead and get these 2 out since I kind of just explained them. For the Armed Dragons, I play 3 copies of Armed Dragon Thunder, level 3. Level 3 lets you send a dragon monster from your hand to the graveyard, special summon an Armed Dragon, level 5. Or Armed Dragon, level 5 Armed Dragon monster from your deck. I actually don't know how to word specifically, I need to read real quick. Use the following effects once per turn. Then becomes Armed Dragon, level 3 on the field or in the graveyard. You can send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard, send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, and if you do, special level 5 or lower, Armed Dragon monster from your hand or deck. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can activate a dragon monster's effect, you can draw 1 card. Next, I play 3 copies of Armed Dragon Thunder level 5. Armed Dragon Thunder level 5 does the same thing as level 3, where it counts as level 5 on the field or grave. You can send a monster from your hand to the graveyard to then send itself to the graveyard to special summon a level 7 Armed Dragon monster from your deck. And then if this card is sent from your hand to the graveyard to activate Dragon Monster's effect, you can then add a level 5 or higher Wind Dragon from your deck to your hand. Level 7 or lower, no, that's the one. Yeah, level 5 or higher Wind monster gets added from your deck to your hand. Next, I play 2 copies of Pile Armed Dragon. Pile Armed Dragon has the effect of, I haven't read it, so I don't have it memorized, I apologize. You can send 1 other Wind monster or 1 other level 7 or higher Dragon monster from your hand to the graveyard, special on this card from your hand. You can send 1 Armed Dragon monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, except for another Pile Armed Dragon. Then target 1 face-up monster you control. That target gains attack equal to the level of that monster sent to the graveyard times 300 till the end of this turn. Also, you can only attack with 1 monster this turn. You can only use each effective Pile Armed Dragon once per turn. And then next, I play 3 copies of Armed Dragon Thunder level 7. Armed Dragon Thunder level 7 does the same thing as Armed Dragon Thunder level 3 and 5, where you can send a monster from your hand to the graveyard, Special summon a level 10 Armed Dragon from your hand or deck. And then if Armed Dragon Thunder level 7 is sent from the hand to the graveyard after a Dragon Monster's effect, you can add an Armed Dragon card from your deck to your hand. Also, its name becomes Armed Dragon Thunder or Armed Dragon level 7 while on the field or in the graveyard. Then to finish off the Armed Dragons, I play 1 copy of Armed Dragon level 10, 1 copy of Armed Dragon Thunder level 10, and 1 copy of Armed Dragon White level 10. Armed Dragon Thunder level 10 has the effect where its name becomes Armed Dragon level 10 while it's on your field or graveyard. And then it gains the following effects for the amount of attack it has. Where if it has 1 attack, its name becomes Armed Dragon level 10. 10 or more attack, control of it cannot be switched. 100 or more attack, it can't be destroyed in battle. 1,000 or more attack, once per turn. As a quick effect, you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. Target 1 other card in the field and destroy it, and if you do, this card gains 1,000 attack. And 10,000 or more, once per turn, you can destroy all other cards on the field. This is normally the thing you target with the Pile Arm Dragon. Usually you send this to make it gain 3,000, or you can send any of the Dragon Rulers to make it gain 2,100 attack. But Armed Dragon level 10 has the effect that once per turn, you can discard 1 card from your hand to destroy all monsters your opponent controls. And then level 10 White has the effect that you can special summon it by banishing Armed Dragon monsters from your graveyard whose levels equal 10. When it's summoned, you can equip it with 1 copy of White Veil, if I remember the name correctly. Yep. And then, if I remember correctly, there was some downside to it. But no, there's not. Then you can only use that effect to Armed Dragon level 10 White once per turn. You take no effect damage, and then at the start of the damage step this card attacks, you can destroy 1 card on the field. And then after that, I play 2 of each Dragon Ruler, so I play 2 copies of Reactin. Each of the Dragon Rulers have effects where you can discard them and another monster of that type to then be able to do something. And then if they are banished, you can add a dragon monster in your deck to your hand that has the same attribute as them. Which, those 2 effects are discard and their effects when they banish. You can only do 1 of those 2 effects per turn and only once that turn. Where Reactin lets you discard itself and an earth monster, then special summon a monster from your graveyard. Or you target a monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Tempest lets you add any wind monster from your... Or no, not that one. Let's see... Where is it? Okay, Tempest lets you add a dragon monster from your deck to your hand. That's what it was. I always have to look for it, because I always read its effect when it's banished. Tidal lets you send a monster from your deck to the graveyard. And then Blaster lets you target a card your opponent or a card on your opponent's side of the field and destroy it. That's it for the monsters. For the spells, I play 1 copy of Armed Dragon Blitz. Armed Dragon Blitz lets you summon an Armed Dragon monster. You target an Armed Dragon you control. Special summon an Armed Dragon monster from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions that has the same name as that target. So use this targeting Armed Dragon Thunder level 10 to then be able to summon Armed Dragon level 10 from the deck. However, the monster you summon off of this cannot attack directly. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Then I also play 1 copy of Dragon Ravine. Dragon Ravine lets you discard a card to send a dragon from your deck to the graveyard. It's just in here to be able to fill your graveyard with dragons to then banish to do Dragon Ruler shenanigans. And then next I play 1 copy of White Veil. White Veil makes it so that when the equipped monster attacks, your opponent can't activate spells or traps till the end of the damage step. And then when the equipped monster battles, I believe it's during the damage step, okay. At the end of the damage step, when the equipped monster destroys a monster at battle, you can destroy all spells and trap cards your opponent controls. And then when the equipped monster declares an attack, it negates the effects of face-up spells and trap cards your opponent controls. And then next, I play 3 copies of Armed Dragon Lightning. Armed Dragon Lightning has the effect that if an Armed Dragon monster you control be destroyed by a card effect, you can send this card to the graveyard instead. You can target an Armed Dragon monster you control and activate one of the following effects, where you can have it gain attack equal to equal to its level times 100, even after this card leaves the field. Or you can add an Armed Dragon monster with an equal or lower level from your graveyard to your hand. And you can only use each effect of Armed Dragon Lightning once per turn. Or you can only use this effect. Okay, you can only use that effect, so you can use the protection effect as much as you want, as long as you have them in play. But you can only use the effect to either increase attack or add from graveyard to hand once per turn. And then lastly, I play 3 copies of Armed Dragon Flash. Armed Dragon Flash is just an emergence teleport that lets you special summon a level 3 Armed Dragon monster in defense. You can only activate one Armed Dragon Flash per turn. Moving on to the extra deck. With the extra deck, I play 1 copy of Striker Dragon. This is just in here to fill the graveyard with another dragon. 1 copy of Relic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. Relic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres has the effect that during your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, if this card's in the extra monster zone, you contribute 1 monster on your field or in your hand to be able to target 1 monster, or to send 1 monster on the field back to the hand. Yeah, it does not target to bounce. And then if Relic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres is tributed, you can special summon a dragon monster from your deck. However, its attack and defense becomes 0. Ordinarily, I would have a Quakimeru Drago I would summon off of this, or an Amorphage, but I don't have any of those, so I don't have one in the deck. Next, I play 1 copy of Dragoon Knight Romulus. That just lets you add Dragon Ravine from deck to hand when it's link summoned. Next is just the extra deck. Honestly, at this point, is just Rake 7 Toolbox. The reason it's Rank 7 is because the Dragon Rulers themselves are rank level 7, and Armed Dragon Thunder level 7 is, well, level 7. But starting off with the funny card is I play 1 copy of number 7, Lucky Straight. Lucky Straight has the effect that once per turn you can detach material, roll 2 dice, and then its attack becomes equal to the number you rolled times 7. So the biggest it can be until the end of the next turn is 8,400 if you roll a 12. But what you really want to roll is a 7, because then you can activate one of the following effects, which is you can summon a monster from your hand or either graveyard. You can then you can destroy you can send all their cards on the field to the graveyard, if I remember that one right. Yeah, send all their cards on the field to the graveyard, summon a monster from your hand or either graveyard, or you can draw 3 cards and discard 2. Which ordinarily in this deck you would do the draw 3, discard 2 to fuel your graveyard effects with Dragon Rulers. Next, I play 3 copies of number 11 Big Eye. Big Eye just has the effect that once per turn you can detach a material, target a monster your opponent controls, take control of it. However, Big Eye cannot attack the turn to use that effect. Then I play 2 copies of Red Eye's Flare Metal Dragon. Flare Metal Dragon just has the effect that it can't be destroyed while it has material, or it can't be destroyed by card effects while it has material. And then every time your opponent activates a card or effect while it has material, your opponent then takes 500 points of damage when it resolves. Or when it resolves. They take it when it activates. And then next I play 1 copy of Mecha Phantom Beast Dracosack. Dracosack lets you detach material, summon 2 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens, and they contribute a token to then target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it. Next, I play 2 copies of Eclipse, Dragon Ruler of Catastrophes. Eclipse has the effect that when its Xyz is summoned, you can target one of the smaller dragon rulers. And then that is banished on your graveyard. And special summon the corresponding dragon ruler from your deck. And then you shuffle the small dragon ruler you targeted back into the deck. And then when your opponent activates a spell or trap card or the effect of a spell or trap, you detach 2 materials from it to then negate that card, and if you do, destroy it. Or banish it, not destroy it. You can only use each effect of Eclipse, Dragon Ruler of Catastrophes once per turn. Then I play 2 copies of Chasma, Dragon Ruler of Auroras. Chasma has the effect that, as a quick effect, you can detach a material and send a Dragon Ruler from your deck to your graveyard for cost, to then copy that Dragon Ruler's effect when discarded. So you can send Tidal to be able to Foolish Burial. You can send Tempest to add a dragon. You can send Blaster to be able to target a card your opponent controls and destroy it. Or you can send Redox to summon back from your graveyard. And then if Chasma is destroyed, then you can target 2 Dragon Rulers in your graveyard, special summon them. Let's see, I believe there's some kind of condition there. Okay, no. When it's destroyed by an opponent's card, when this card is on its possession, is destroyed by an opponent's card effect or by battle, then you can special summon a level 7 Dragon Ruler from your graveyard, not 2. And then lastly, I play 2 copies of Disaster, Dragon Ruler of all Apocalypses, which this monster, as far as I can tell, is the only Xyz monster requiring... No, it's not. I lied. There's the Utopic Future cards. But Disaster requires you to use 2 rank 7 monsters, so level 7s. So you use Chasma and Eclipse to summon it. When it is summoned, you then activate its effect, which I can't remember if it detaches or not. When it's summoned, you can target up to 4 level 7 Dragon Ruler monsters in your graveyard or banish. Attach them to this card. Then you can banish all monsters in your opponent's graveyard or field and graveyard with the same attribute as this card's materials. So if you make it with Chasma and Eclipse, and then you target the 4 original Dragon Rulers, that'll give this attributes of light, dark, earth, water, fire, and wind, which then lets you banish anything your opponent has on their field and graveyard that isn't divine. And then while it has all 6 as material, it then becomes unaffected by your opponent by activating card effect. Correction, it becomes unaffected by other cards' effects. And then its attack becomes 4,800. Is it just attack or is it attack? Okay, it's attack and defense becomes 4,600, my bad. But that is it for my Armed Dragon Ruler deck profile. If you have any ideas of what I can do to improve the deck, and ideas for decks like C be made in the future, or decks like C face each other, feel free to comment down below. I always read the comments. Thank you for watching.